Hello to all my wonderful subscribers, students and disciples. This is your Master GongSun. Welcome to my series, Taoism as Applied to the News and everything else under the sun. In today's story, in Nepal's Midwest, worry grips parents of illegal migrants to the United States. Okay, let us begin. In Kathmandu, almost every village in Rakum East and Rukum, I don't know how to pronounce it. Apologize if there are any Nepalese subscribers out there whose language I butchered. Rakum West has stories of local young men and women paying hefty sums to cross multiple borders illegally to get to the United States. Some have succeeded, but many have been detained, deported, or stranded in foreign lands. The impact of Donald Trump's re-election and stricter immigration policies that followed in its wake is being felt in remote Nepali villages. Parents who invested millions to send their children abroad now fear they may be sent back, leaving them in financial ruin. Okay, I won't attempt to pronounce his name here or any of this, but a middle-aged man sent over 3.1 million Nepalese rupees to send to his eldest daughter, age 31, to the U.S. 4 years ago. I think that's around, what, 30,000 US dollars? Seeing her start to earn, his other children wanted to follow her path. Okay, so he paid money to traffickers. Okay, so, all right. We're almost done here. I have a take on this, but let's finish that first. Now his son has just come out after spending 41 days at a U.S. detention center while his youngest daughter is still in jail. People say that the U.S. is deporting them. If they get deported, we'll be ruined, the man lamented. I am nearly 30 million Nepalese rupees in debt. The stress is unbearable. Okay, well, I won't read the whole thing, but honestly, this was what gets me. You're illegally getting into someone else's country. That's already a big no-no. Right? There's a reason these laws exist. Right? There's a difference between legal migration, or legal migration meaning immigration, and illegal migration. And the fact is, no one has forced him to borrow the money and then pay these traffickers who are also doing illegal things, because trafficking is also illegal. And then he's charged exorbitant interest. So, honestly, I've lived on a farm in rural Asia. It's not that bad. And the excuse I keep hearing is that, oh, the parents want their children to have better lives. Better from what? On the farm, they have food. They make their own food. They have rice to eat. They have shelter. They're not going to starve. A lot of it is just greed, honestly. I mean, sure, it's important to have some compassion, but it's not like they're fleeing persecution. That's different. These are economic migrants. We have to make a difference. We have to note the difference between the two. It's one thing to flee, even illegally, into someone else's country because you are being persecuted for your political beliefs or your sexuality at home. But it's another to flee poverty. And frankly, it's not even poverty, because I was perfectly happy living in rural Asia with some members of my extended family. And, you know, like, it was a little bit boring there, but I never starved. And sure, they didn't have much money, but they didn't need money. They bartered. They had food. They grew their own fruits and vegetables. Anyway, well, that's my personal opinion. I'll tell you what the Tao says. Law of cause and effect. That comes to mind. That would be very apt in this case. You're essentially borrowing money to give to people like traffickers, to commit illegal acts, which is smuggling people inside another country. And it could pay off. Like in this case, right? The daughter paid a, what was it? The daughter began to pay some money, start to earn, right? And other children wanted to follow, and all of them go. But honestly, this is a gamble. So these parents, they gambled and they lost. They took a risk and they lost. So it's no different from going to the casino in that case. So the cause is that they gambled, right? What is the effect? The effect is one of two things. They could win or they could lose. At first their daughter won, but then now their son is now held in detention. And it says, and later on it says their child is stranded, daughter is stranded now, past 3 months. See, I took out loans at a high interest rate. Yeah, a year has passed and she's stuck. Well, sorry, sir, you gambled and you lost. I can't see myself being too sympathetic here. I mean, the Tao is very clear about this. Cause and effect. It really is not that bad. I mean, like, because I've lived in rural Asia, I've lived on a farm there. It's not that bad. It's just boring. But you're not going to die. You will survive. There's food, there's shelter, there's everything you need. There's fresh air. Yeah, but sure, they don't have money, but they don't need money. It's very different in the countryside. Like, believe me, I've lived there. I know what it's like. In either case, they gambled, they lost. I mean, I don't see myself being very sympathetic here. I just can't see myself being sympathetic. They gambled, they lost. What could they do? They gambled and they won a bit first, right? But essentially, it's just gambling. You don't know the outcome. There's no way to know the outcome for sure. And that's what the Tao says, right? We have to follow the natural law of cause and effect. What do you guys think? Do you feel sympathetic or not? Leave your comments below. This has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep following the Tao.